everyone, and welcome on this rainy Thursday morning. Thank you for coming. We would like to, first we'll do roll call.
Ms. Parker,
Present.
Mr. Hunter, Mr. Hess, Mr. Snipes, Mr. Seroy, Mr. Dennell, Mr. Kirkstra, Mr. Smith, Ms. Armour Herbs,
Present.
Mr. Ashcraft, Ms. Monday, Mr. Scanlon, Mr. Wheeler, Mr. Alexander Hildebrand. We do not have a quorum.
Okay, I would like to have someone make a motion to accept Amanda Earps to come in via Zoom. Ken? We don't have a quorum?
She can listen.
Oh, you can listen? Okay. So what do we do? Oh, okay, so we will look for a public comment. No public comments are on the desk. Okay, moving on to the approval of minutes from the March 14th minute. We can't do that either. Oh, I'm so. We'll move it for another month till May. And seeing as we have no presentations, we're going to move on to Mr. Andrews for our buildings report.
All right, thank you. Facility duty report for the month of March, 119 work orders. The financial report that you have in front of you there, we're starting to creep ahead, unfortunately, of where we were at this point last year. A lot of that, some of that has to do with the repairs that we had at the old jail, the office repairs that we had there. But any questions on the financial report, I'll take them.
Any questions? Okay.
All right, if not, moving on to the building report here at 189. There's a couple projects that I'm working on. One of them is I'm collecting some pricing on these, and hopefully I'll bring them back at next month's meeting. The landscape on the west side of the building is very old and in need of updating, so I'm looking at that. I've solicited 3 bids from 3 different companies. They're starting to come in now, so when I get that together, I'll share that with you hopefully next month. Another one is the awning on the west side. If you walk out today, you can look. It's been zip tied and zip tied and zip tied. It's reaching the end of its useful life. So working on replacement of that awning on the west side, and then looking to dress up the front of the building as well with some type of an awning that would go around the structure that's on the south side of the building. So when I get that together, I will share that with you as well. So 2 projects here, and then the generator, looking to get that painted, get that looking a little bit better. We're still waiting on some repairs of that generator, as we've talked about at previous meetings. Over the course of the last month, the HVAC unit in the IT room went down. That has since been repaired. We've got all our mowers ready for summer. We actually cut grass for the first time yesterday. Going to collect some pricing information. We could really use another mower. The ones we have are getting up there in age, and we do a lot of trailering the mowers. We have a trailer, and they go everywhere from the animal control properties to downtown to Jerome Combs, and the amount of time that we spend trailering those all over the place is significant. So I want to look at possibly getting another mower that would just be stationed at Jerome Combs, south of town. That would help a lot in efficiency when we are mowing. So I'm going to get some numbers together on that as well, and we can talk about that at a subsequent meeting. Courthouse, we got a lot going on there. We got some water damage in the northeast corner of the basement. If you recall, we had a contractor install some flashing at the courthouse. Everywhere the flashing has been installed, we don't have any water intrusion. This issue is in the northeast corner. If you're ever over there, there's a grassy area that really runs right up to the building, and you can see when the water runs off the courthouse, you can see where it's literally falling right down the foundation. So I've already talked to the sheriff, the chief judge. The plan is going to be, and then the rock area as well. Everybody should be familiar with the rock area, which would be on the east side of the building. The plan is going to be to install concrete in those areas, especially the rock and the grassy area. Run that up to the building, put some expansion in there, caulk it real good, slope it away from the building, with the hope that that will rectify the last area of issue in the basement. We currently have a vendor in there right now drying it out. They had to extract water, I believe 2 or 3 times, because the water seeped back in. So, and of course, over the last week, we got, I don't know how many inches we got. I don't know if anybody in the room knows, but I think it was significant. So I'm hopeful that the concrete and sloping it away from the building will take care of the last problem area. Because like I said, everywhere else on the jury assembly side, and then on Sandy's area, everywhere else we flashed, we knock on wood, we have not had any water issues. So I'm hopeful that when we take care of this last area, that will take care of it. So I reached out to 2 local contractors getting concrete bids on this work, and this is something they want done obviously quickly because of the water intrusion and the issues that it's causing in the basement right now. The circuit clerk project update demo is complete. They've actually started framing. I have a lot of the framing done. Met over there earlier this week with our architect in Sandy for a couple minor modifications, but that project is moving very well. The furniture is out for bid right now. We're going to open bids at finance the end of the month. So that will be for all the furniture that's going to be needed for the circuit clerk office area. The elevator, I've met with 2 electricians over there. We are looking at different possibilities. Currently, they're trying to trace down. We're not 100% certain where what panel the elevator is fed from. We believe it's in the basement in the southeast corner. If that's the case, we're going to be looking to place a generator near that panel, but that panel, if you recall, is also getting replaced as part of the circuit clerk project. So currently working on that as well. The generator for either the entire building or just the elevator. So I'm still waiting on that. There's a few things that I need to do yet. Hopefully have another update for you next month with some pricing for both those options. Handrails, we talked about handrails at last month's meeting. That did go to historic preservation. They took the matter under advisement. They asked for some photos, so I've reached out to a couple contractors to get us some age-appropriate photos of potential handrails that might work in the courthouse for submission to the historic preservation folks, so they can get a look at that.
The chair recognizes Mr. Hunter.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Wes, that marble there is older than dirt. Do you think you'll be able to find a replacement or not?
No.
Thank you. Thought so.
That was the next thing I was going to say was the, go ahead.
I was wondering if the hand railing in the front matches everything all around. Isn't that a simple solution then?
Are you talking about exterior?
Yeah.
So the exterior is just a basic black handrail.
Yeah.
So whatever would go inside the building, I believe the committee is going to want something that would be age appropriate for the age of that building. So we would have to maybe brass, maybe something that would, something that would have been installed 100 years ago. So just an ordinary black handrail, I don't think is going to fly inside.
I took a shot.
So I'm gonna get some. I'll get some photos to them so they can get a look at that. But as far as the marble goes, I know there were some questions. With installation, if that marble were to crack, would we be able to go out? And anytime you're dealing with stone, I mean, it's hard enough to find stone that matches within the last couple of years because stone is very unique. And finding the stone, this marble that they used when they constructed the courthouse, I mean, it's just not going to happen. I mean, you're not going to find it. So if we're concerned about the possibility of that marble cracking and replacement of it, as I told Mr. Hunter, we're not going to find that marble. It's not going to happen. The gate for the awning is installed. Looks fabulous. So that is locked each night and then unlocked each morning. So the awning project is completely finished, and I've had nothing but compliments on that project. The annex and old jail, the exterior project is in the works. They've got a lift over there right now. Been working with our architect on that, as well as our construction manager. We're hopeful to get that project kicked off within the next month or so. The roof at the old jail is something that part of this project was where the roof wraps around and meets the building. It's pulling away from the limestone. So, and the age of that roof, I was talking to the sheriff, I want to say the age of that roof is 25 plus on the old jail. So as long as we're doing this, I know we have a preliminary budget amount that we've already approved on this project, but I want to see what we can do to possibly get the roof involved in that as well. Because in speaking with the sheriff, he plans to operate that facility for many years into the future. And as long as we're doing this project with all of the tuck pointing, we hope to get some numbers on the roof as well. The lower roofs are in need of replacement. So we have a lower roof on the east side of the building, and we have a lot of weight up there right now just to keep that roof down. So that roof is going to need to be looked at for sure. And we're going to try to include the main roof as well on the main facility. Other than that, as is typical, lots of leaks and repairs. The new toilets were finally delivered and installed, so happy to report that. Out at Jerome Combs, we had a water damage in the kitchen hallway. That is dried out and repaired. We had that repaired, painted. We also had that hallway deep cleaned as well. So happy to report that that project is complete. Sunday, we had a significant water damage in the locker room. I got a call Sunday morning. There was a considerable amount of water in the men's locker room, the men's locker room bathroom, and then directly below that is the evidence room out there. And of course, we had water in the ductwork, the insulation. It was a mess.
What caused that?
So when I arrived on site, they had shut the water off. And I believe it was just timing, because when we shut the water off, the leak stopped. And then when we turned the water back on, there was no leak. So we started looking around, and we believe it came from a urinal in the locker room up there. The drain on that urinal is very, very slow. And we believe the flush valve got stuck at some point, and that urinal just overflowed until the valve stopped, until the valve was no longer stuck. So we had a company come out, take care of the water mitigation. We'll have some repairs as it relates to that as well. We have 20 interior windows that are in need of replacement inside the jail. So we had a contractor come out. We're going to be getting some numbers on that, but that will be pricey to replace those interior windows that are either scratched, cracked, or the integrity of those windows is being called into question. So I'm working on that. Also, the sheriff, thanks to him, he secured a $48,000 grant with Granger. So I believe it was part of the Illinois Sheriff's Association. But our portion, like I said, was $48,000. So I've been looking through Granger. We have a lot of stuff that we use. So that is so kudos to the sheriff for securing that grant. That's certainly good news, as we'll be able to get a lot of things that we are in need of with that grant. So animal control is going very well. We had a punch list meeting earlier this week. I walked through there. That is a beautiful facility. So it's a wonderful building. It'll be obviously the nicest building that we have, and just a terrific project. And I'm happy to report that is nearing completion as well. So that's all I got.
Thank you so much. Okay, anyone have any questions for Mr. Andrews right now? Okay, and really, I took a tour over there when we went after the last meeting. Animal control building is fabulous. I cannot wait until they get moved in there, and all the animals will be happy, the staff will be happy. It's gonna be a great big day. Invite everybody to come. Okay, no questions for Mr. Andrews? If not,
Andy, did you have anything you wanted to add? I'm wrapped up.
yeah.
Good? Good? Good to see you.
Yeah, nice. And we can't entertain a motion to dismiss, can we? Oh, old business? No old business? Any new business? Mr. Hess, do you have anything to say? No
Yeah, you
motion.
can't do
we
that
can
either.
Oh, yeah, just have a really good day. Have a,
Thanks, everybody.
yeah,